and then he introduces her to this kink he has where he wants to watch her engage with other men, and they would call that a freak off. And these freak offs, they would basically, as soon as she was like, I don't know, he's like, come on, you'll like it, it'll be great, it's a cool type of adventurous thing. She's like, you think? She's like, yeah. She's like, okay, let's try it. Okay, there's a guy in the other room. Like as soon
like
as
right
she
there.
said yes,
Jerome,
yeah, let's
Yawn.
go, yeah. And she thought she was trying something new, and that became basically the only way she would ever end up having sex with him. From that point forward, and the same thing happened with Jane, as soon as you said yes to this, because what he would do is during these, he would have these marathon encounters, and he would be directing them as to every step of the way while he was doing his own thing as far as, enjoying himself. And he'd be directing them as to like where they should be touching, what they should be kissing, these protracted each session. And a session is basically, from arousal to completion. Each session would take hours, applying baby oil and all sorts of weird type of things. Sometimes he would film it, sometimes he wouldn't. They would finish a session, then she'd go into another room with him privately, and then come back and then they would do their thing, Diddy and Cassie, and then he'd send her out for another session. This would happen on and on and on for like 24, 36 hours straight. Like she needed fluids and stuff. Like,
well, no wonder they had drugs.
Yeah, that's why. That was why.
Right.
And at a certain point, this is how monstrous he was to Cassie. And he was particularly much more monstrous to Cassie than he was to Jane. It's not even close. She wanted ketamine so that she would become dissociative and not have to experience it. When she was like, I don't really like it so much, let's stop. And he would twist her and push her into doing it. And she would send text messages saying how she wanted to do it, that she testified that the reason she said that she wanted to do that was to feed his fantasy. Like, that's what he wanted from me. He sent her texts saying, your job is to be seducing me 24/7. Well, the way you seduce Diddy is by basically telling him how you want to be doing in these encounters with other men in graphic detail. And she did that.